Hi everybody and welcome to week 2 of the Get a Grasp MOOC. This week we have a lot of great things planned for you. We had a great first week and everything was really amazing. It was astonishing to see all of your work. First up this week we have Jason Brubaker guest lecturing on world building and construction and referencing his projects Remind and Cythera. Cythera is currently being produced, Remind is finished up, and I strongly urge you to take a look at it. The readings for this week are two articles that were actually written by the instructors, myself and Devin Larson, and are great articles. They don't really have a lot to do with world building, but they do have a lot to do with starting out your comic books and how to think and how to understand what you're reading and writing. The activities for this week we're going to be working on is we have a Pinterest board that you're going to be making for reference photography. Is often talked about how reference photography is very much lacking in new work, and I really think it's a great thing to start with reference photography and gather as much as you can. The second thing we're going to be doing is actually building a map, which you have the optional ability to hand draw it in a Tolkien-esque kind of way. You can make it digitally, you can you could even construct it in Google SketchUp. The really big thing about making a map is starting to actually cohesively put together the world that you're trying to create. Our mini challenges for this week are actually really interesting. We did have a map glitch last week and all the map data got erased, so we're asking everybody to kind of go back and re-enter their map data. So if the only thing you have to do is answer 2 questions, what your name is and where you're from. If you haven't done this already, please do it. If you have done it, please don't redo it, because we do have a lot of double entries on there that we don't need. We also, the actual mini challenge for week number 2 is show some appreciation for the worlds that have been built. So go on Twitter and tweet your favorite creators and give them a shout out and say how much you like the work that they're doing. For groups, we are going to try and do a narrowing down process. We realize that some of the groups, a lot of people have dropped out and there's not a lot of people in activity happening that people are really liking. So you answer a couple questions for us on a survey, and we will merge some groups. We will find the groups that really need to be put together. For the group activities, we're going to have you do a 3-2-Q for all group submitted work. So submit your work within your groups. You can submit it to the bigger community. We don't know who is going to be asking or giving you feedback. It's more, that's what the groups are for. Also, create a group picture. There's a bunch of people that have already done this so far, but we'd love to share these out on the group message board and kind of have a little group-to-group competition, so to speak, of maybe what can be the most creative little icon that you guys can create for your group. We have some really great people for the Gutter Talk this week. Guests include Mark Wade, Bijan Cotabende, Ulysses Farinas. This is going to be amazing. Aaron Connolly, Ted Washington, Lee Chirolis, and Isaac Cakes. Isaac Cakes is the lead editor on Kotosia Tales. So if we aren't talking about world building, this is the guy that we should be looking at. So definitely check these people out. Go to their websites. Try to form questions this week that are directed to specific people. Not a lot of people are doing this in the Google moderator section, but we'd really love to see questions that are directed at our panelists. So really research their work and ask them specific questions about their work that can help you in yours. And then we have office hours this week. The office hours currently are very similar to the ones that we had last week. Adam Greenfield at 4 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on Monday and Tuesday, and we also have Devin Larson's going to be Sunday night at 10 p.m. as well as midnight on Thursday for our people that are on different time zones, and I will be at 3 p.m. on Thursday. That's it. All right, so have a great week. Have an amazing time getting your worlds built. This should be a really fun week. You put a lot of work into your pitches last week, and now this is the part where you just get to kind of geek out about creating the universe that you have.